Avenue Radio. 2021 is the year of the local election. From fire district commission to school board to city council, there are over 300 offices up for election this year in King County alone. This could be your chance to serve in your community. Running for office can be daunting. We get it. With so many moving pieces, it's important to know what paperwork is due, when, how to file to put your name on the ballot, needed for a voter pamphlet, where you can and can't put campaign signs, how to get voter lists. That's where King County elections comes in. Well, we can't teach you how to campaign. We can teach you how to make your run official. Join us for one of our upcoming candidate workshops in April. Thursday, April 1st, 6 p.m., 8 p.m. Saturday, April 17th, 10 a.m. to noon. Thursday, April 29th, 10 a.m. to noon. Join us for one of our upcoming candidate workshops in April to learn the ins and outs of becoming a candidate here in King County. Sign up today at bit.ly/King Workshops to get ready to run. That's bit.ly/King Workshops.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World. I'm Granville Emerson along with my partner,
Ronald Pepe King.
And we host the show Little Line Sports right here on Rainier Avenue Radio World, where we talk about football, basketball,
local sports,
national sports, Seahawks,
UW,
Seattle U Redhawks,
Garfield Bulldogs,
all that and more right here on Little Line Sports on Rainier Avenue Radio World.
Rainier Avenue Radio presents All Music, All Day Saturday. Music, All Day Saturday.
This is Edwin Bailey, Bulldog Blues.
Jazz from the Cabinets.
That's right. It's time once again for Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy.
Star Time.
Thanks for tuning in. My name is Paul Pierce. This is Star Time.
Saturdays, all music, all day. Reggae Hour, K-Fox Night.
Looking for the perfect beat? Yeah, it's the beat of the Fox.
Fresh Juice with D-Money in the crew.
Myself, D-Money. Nice Size Patrol.
Taylor Hart.
Resistencia, Northwest Rap Game.
DJ Medina, Chad Cheddar, Northwest Rap Game.
Sergio Lacour's Love Line.
It's Sergio's Love Lines with Sergio LaCour. Going to the phone lines. Hello, Luigi.
Sea Monster Radio, Mo Jams is your jam.
We're live. Welcome to Mojo Mondays. This is KZ of KZ Music Media. Caller Goddess for Mojo Mondays.
Just my opinion. God is inspiration all day and all night. Saturdays on Rainier Avenue Radio. Your creative work might look a little different this year, but For Culture grants can still help you put your ideas in motion and share them with King County. Check this out. For Culture is now offering grants in 3 disciplines: art, heritage, and historic preservation. Apply by April 28th. For more information, go to forculture.org. Brought to you by For Culture. As a cultural funding agency for King County, For Culture works to make our region vibrant.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not being reprimanded by traffic cops, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World.
Ay Pilipino, dugo'y likas sa aking puso at
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Saan man po kayo naroon, wherever you are. Balik na naman po tayo. Ito po ang Fil-Am Radio, broadcasting live every Tuesday afternoon from 1 o'clock to 2:30 through the magic of StreamYard, the facilities of Rainier Avenue Radio World dito po sa Seattle, Washington, USA. Kami po ang iyong mga abang lingkod and I hope they're logged in already. Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili. Okay, sana kayo naroon. I always remind everybody, yung mga co-host natin, na daylight savings time na ngayon. Kung ang oras po ninyo hindi pa naayos, wow, I don't know what's happening. Mukhang they're living in the standard Seattle time. Okay? Anyway, yung producer po namin sa Fil-Am Radio is Daniel Bells of Rainier Avenue Radio World. Yung programa po natin is internet-based. So you can listen now saan man po kayo naroon, wherever you are in the world. Pwede rin po kayo panoorin to sa YouTube. Meron din, hanapin nyo lang po ang Fil-Am Radio. Pwede rin naman daw sa Instagram. Hindi ko pa nasubukan nyo sa Instagram, but to be sure, just log on sa www.rainieravenueradio.world. Ang kainaman po nito, yung programa po natin is videotape by our producer. Kaya anytime, hindi lang po ngayon, but anytime during the week, you could always go back and watch our videotape replay. Okay? Doon po sa Facebook page ng Rainier Avenue Radio.world. So you will not be able to miss everything. But of course, gusto namin nandiyan kayo live ngayon para pwede tayong mag-communicate. You could always send us some information or question, and maybe we could answer it next time. Okay? Ngayon, ang ating programa po, pwede po rin kayong mag-call in. Meron po tayong telepono. You can always call in, but it's better that you just send us a text. Tell us what you might want to hear next time, and we could tell you and give you answers. Okay? Ngayon, as many of you know, our program always starts with a prayer and ends with a prayer. Kaya kung maaari po, saan man kayo naroon, sabayan niyo po ako sa aking maikling opening prayer. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, as we prepare for today's broadcast, we ask you to bless our friends, our supporters, and those we care deeply for, especially those who are watching right now. Where there is joy, give them continued joy. Where there is pain, give them your peace and mercy. Where there is self-doubt, release a renewed confidence. Where there is a need, fulfill their needs. Above all, thank you for giving us friends and family and supporters to share the blessing that you have bestowed on each and every day here on earth. May love, humility, forgiveness, and peace reign in our hearts from this day forward. In Jesus' holy name, amen. And like we always say, right after the prayer comes our first and opening song. Para sa lahat ng mga kapampangan dyan.
Atin ko pong sing-sing, netong yang timpukan, amanake iti, tingindong ibatan, sangkan keng sinino, keng metong akaban, mewalaya iti, kekukam-malayan, ing sukal ning lugko, susukdul king banwa, pikurus kung gamat, baboning lamesa, ninumang manaki, king singsing kung mana, kalulong puso ko, manginuya keka, insukal ning lugko, susukdul king banwa, pikurus kung gamat, baboning labesa, minumang manaki, kinsinsing kung mana, kalulong puso ko, manginuya keka. Atin ko pong sing-sing, metong yang timpukan, amana ke iti, ingindong ibatan, sangkan ken sinino, keng metong hakaban, mewalaya iti, eku kamalayan.
Ing sukal ning lutko, susukul king banwa, ikurus tunggamat, baboning lamesa.
Minumang manakit, keng singsing kumana, kalulong puso ko, manginuya keka. Kalulong puso ko, manginuya keka.
Ating kumpong sing-sing dedicated po sa lahat ng mga kaibigan natin diyang mga Kapampangan. Ha? Oh, beautiful song. It's about your ring. Okay, you lost it. Well, too bad. Anyway, sabi nga ni Maria Luna Ort, how you begin your day can make your day or break your day. So, your attitude and your actions have a strong effect on your whole day. So let's begin with a smile, a calmness of mind, and a heart filled with gratitude. So many things that we have to be thankful for, mga kaibigan. Marami po. A positive mindset that it's going to be a wonderful day. It's going to be a wonderful day, mga kaibigan. Alam niyo kung bakit? Dahil spring na. We say goodbye to winter. It's springtime, not only in the Rockies, but here in the Puget Sound area, in the wonderful, beautiful state of Washington, dito po sa Amerika. So with that, we welcome natin lahat yung ating mga, sabi nga, mga kaibigan, mga supporters natin. Normally, kung si Miles ay nakapag-check-in, and she would be greeting everybody in Australia, in the Philippines, at saka dito mga kaibigan niya, marami sa Puget Sound area, sa Seattle and Renton. Okay, Norb is here, so okay, I got a call here from Miles, Salvador, and let me see. Hello, Miles. You're on the air, Miles. Hello. That's what I did. I've forwarded you the link. So get the link. Nakita mo na ba sa messenger mo?
Yeah, oo.
Kunin mo eh.
Wala eh. Ayaw mag-work, Kuya Bert eh.
On the messenger?
Ang dami hinihingi, oo.
Oh my gosh. But I don't have time. Magagawa ko lang yun pag nagpatugtog na tayo. Okay?
Okay.
I'll do that though. Okay.
Thank you.
I know that Daniel is listening. If Daniel could only forward that email to Miles again, that would really help. Okay, well, with that, mga kaibigan, I'll just, before I let... Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you, Bert.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, hopefully Miles will be able to get in. Okay. Well, like we said, let's welcome spring. And with that, mga kaibigan, sasabihin ko lang sa yung weather natin. Our weather today, foggy but clear, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow, it's gonna rain. And on Thursday, again, it's gonna rain again. And for those, when it's a beautiful day, yung allergy nyo. Like my son, Norbert, he's coming in now to give us an update right away. And there he is. I know he's got an allergy whenever the day is great and wonderful. It's dry, then he's got allergy season. Okay. All right, Norb.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, for sure. That is the thing about this time of the year for allergy sufferers like myself. When March comes around, I almost forget that I have allergies because from pretty much the summer through the winter, it almost goes away completely. And then the nice weather comes back and we set our clocks back to daylight savings time. And then all of a sudden I start sneezing and my nose starts running, my eyes starts itching, and I go, what's wrong with me? It's like, oh, that's right, it's allergy time. So every year March welcomes us allergy sufferers with that. But, it's okay. I take my Zyrtec. It helps a little bit. It doesn't take care of it completely, exactly. But we do our best, and just roll with it. So, yeah, it's great to be here, though. Dad, I'm glad to be on the show. A lot of stuff going on.
I'm glad that you're here early because while we're waiting for our co-host, they're having problems again. I keep reminding them.
I heard that. I sent the link. I actually went on Facebook. I was listening to those issues, and I sent her the link. Worked for me, so I sent it on Facebook Messenger. Hopefully, she can get it from there and get on the show. We'll get it worked out.
Wow. Giant Nation saying he's got an allergy too.
There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us out there. And I did send the link. As you can see, a lot of my NorbCam fans are jumping over to watch the show. So you might see a few comments popping in here. Tyler Parcher and Giants Nation. Appreciate you guys supporting the show. So, But you want me to get into a little bit of sports? Because there's been a lot happening since the last time we talked.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, of course, I got to talk Seahawks because, that's my team right here. And it's been a busy last few days. There was a lot of Seahawks fans here nervous about what was going on, nervous about the Russell Wilson situation. Was Russell Wilson going to be traded to Chicago? And then all of a sudden, all these teams were making free agency moves while the Seahawks were quietly doing nothing, and people were just very antsy about what was happening. But since then, a lot has changed. The first one is that Russell Wilson, pretty much whatever offers the Chicago Bears, was really the only team that was aggressively trying to apparently secure Russell Wilson. They were going to give up 3 first-round picks and a third and a couple of players. I mean, they were going to give up a lot. But the Seahawks said, no, thank you. We will keep our quarterback. So that is kind of what happened in regards to the Russell Wilson thing. I was never really worried. I always felt like he was going to be our quarterback in 2021. Turns out that that's going to be the case. We'll see what happens in a couple more years when it gets to be contract time. But for now, we're in good shape. Russell Wilson will be back in 2021. So let's check that one off the list. Now, let's talk about free agency. Free agency period really started on Monday. Tuesday officially was the start of it. On Monday, there were already signings happening. And again, when we did the show on Tuesday, not much had happened except for Seahawks losing players. So we did announce, I think last week, and mentioned that we had lost Carlos Hyde to Jacksonville, Philip Dorsett, wide receiver, to Jacksonville, and Shaquille Griffin, our cornerback, to Jacksonville. So 3 players and a couple of coaches had gone to Jacksonville. It just become Seahawks of the East. However, and then we also lost Stephen Sullivan, a tight end, to Carolina. Wide receiver David Moore went to the Carolina Panthers, and tight end Jacob Hollister went to Buffalo. So these are all the players that we lost to other teams. But there was good news. There was a lot of action in the later part of the week. It started with the Seahawks re-signing defensive tackle Poona Ford. So he's back for the Seahawks for a couple more years. We had signed running backs Alex Collins, who's kind of more of a backup running back just in case somebody gets injured, but we did sign him. Fullback Nick Bellore was also re-signed to the team, but this is where things got very interesting. So we re-signed our center, Ethan Posick, back to the Seahawks. So we have now our center. But the big ones that really started to get people's attention was we got a cornerback from the 49ers, Ahkello Witherspoon, who, again, he's not maybe as good as Shaquille Griffin, but he's a lot cheaper. $14 million was what it would have cost to keep Shaquille Griffin, but we got Ahkello Witherspoon for about $10 million less, about the low bargain basement price of $4 million. So we do have a cornerback. I think we'll still continue to look because we don't really have that number one guy, I don't think, yet, but we'll see. But then things really got to get interesting when a couple more additions. We got the tight end from the Rams, who was a free agent, Gerald Everett. Gerald Everett has joined the Seahawks, and that's exciting because, one, he's a very good tight end, big guy with good hands, is also going to be familiar with the new scheme of the Seahawks since they did get the Rams offensive coordinator, or I should say passing game coordinator, who is now our offensive coordinator. He's very familiar with the system since they were working together over the last several years. So he will come into the Seahawks already knowing the Seahawks playbook and system. So that was a big one. And there you go. There's on the Daniel, who's Johnny on the spot with the highlights. There you go, Gerald Everett running up and down the middle there. Now we don't have to worry about us having to cover him. He will be doing those plays for us. So Gerald Everett was huge. And then, when everybody was saying, we need to get linemen because Russell Wilson says, I want protection. We finally got that protection. We made a trade with the Las Vegas Raiders, who was dumping linemen left and right. And we picked up right guard Gabe Jackson. So Gabe Jackson, a very strong player, been around for for a while, and that will fill in our left guard who retired. Mike Iupati retired this past year, so that fills in that hole. So right now we've got a pretty intact offensive line with pretty much from end to end. We've got our line, but they might get a few more guys just to kind of beef up. And there he is. There's a big boy right there, number 66, who's going to be helping get some protection on Russell Wilson. I think it's a big-time upgrade because Mike Iupati, who did retire, he did not exactly play his best football. Getting a little bit old, had a lot of injuries. So this guy should come in and fill the void very well and should make Russell Wilson very happy. But to me, the biggest exciting news of the final signing of the week was when the Seahawks announced that running back Chris Carson is coming back for 2 more years. Everybody said, he's going to be gone. He unfriended and stopped following the Seahawks. He's gone. There's no way the Seahawks will sign him. Well, they just indeed did. I think he was trying to get bigger money out there. It wasn't really out there with the other teams it's just a down year for running back salaries. And so they were able to get Chris Carson. Technically, it's a 3-year contract, $24 million, but they will void the last year. So it's really more of a 2-year deal worth about $14 million. So with some incentives in there. So he'll be making roughly between $6 to $7 million a year. But to me, this is fantastic news. Chris Carson was always, to me, the best running back, and there he is right there, catching passes. He's great out of the backfield. He can run. He runs hard. He breaks tackles. Usually doesn't go down on first contact. And there he is again in the passing game. He's going to be a great addition. Even Russell Wilson right there tweeted out and said he was just excited. Welcome back to have Chris Carson. And reportedly, Russell Wilson was very involved in talking to Chris Carson to encouraging him to come back. So to me, that's all positive signs that if Russell Wilson supports the idea and he was actually having a say in the matter, well, there you go. Russell Wilson's getting his protection, he's getting his running game back, his running back back, and he's having some say in what's happening. So that is where we stand right now. There's plenty of moves I'm sure that will be coming in the next few weeks, but those were the highlights of the players that we lost and that we gained up to this point. The last two I'm hoping we can find a way to get back here is defensive end Carlos Dunlap, who we got from the Bengals midseason last year, was a huge addition to the Seahawks. Great defensive end, had some game-saving sacks at the end of a couple of games there, so it would be great to have him back. He is still not signed yet, and most of the defenses that utilize an end, a 4-3 defense as we call it, and here's the sack that he got as the game winner against the Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Boom! Right there, takes him down to secure the win. Huge sack right there, and he got another one against the Redskins later in the season as a game-ending sack. So hopefully we can get Carlos Dunlap. And then finally, KJ Wright, also still an unrestricted free agent. One of my favorites, has been a longtime Seahawk, had a great year last year, still not signed. Maybe if they rework Russell Wilson's contract, they can get these two guys in here. And there is KJ Wright again. We did a lot of breakdown about this guy. Just amazing. It's like he's discovered the fountain of youth. And watch this, one of the best hits of the season right here. Fullback runs. Actually, this is on the blows up the bubble screen, and I think this is where he lights him up here. Yep, right here, the fullback coming across the middle. Pow! Lays him on his back like Camp Chancellor style. So we got to get this guy back, and he personally tweeted out one of my videos. So that's another reason why I'm hoping he'll come back. So we'll see if they can make that happen. But that's pretty much where we stand on free agency. I think the Seahawks have done very well. We're very patient not to rush in and pay too much big money, and now they're paying dividends here, getting some very key players on the Seahawks roster. So we will see what happens next.
And that's on the Seahawks side, huh?
That's just the Seahawks side.
Now
yes.
I know that high school football, high school volleyball, high school sports, it's cranking up now, Norb.
It is cranking up.
Maybe you could just tell us briefly about high school volleyball, especially what's happening in Kentridge, where my granddaughter is playing as a varsity, even she's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited. Their season actually started a few weeks ago. They've actually played a couple of matches already, her Kentridge Chargers volleyball team. They're 2-0 so far, having beaten Auburn in week 1, and then Kent Meridian, my former high school, beat them also last week. So actually, not 2 weeks. They played 2 matches last week. So they're 2-0. They have their first home game tonight at Kentridge, and I'm very excited because just yesterday, the Kent School District announced that they will have fans back in attendance for these games. So this is something we've been looking forward to for a long time. We've been itching to be able to watch some sports in person, and now it's finally going to happen. Now, it's on a limited basis, only 2 spectators per home player. So if we have 23 players, that means there will be 26 potential fans in the stands. Not exactly sellout material, but hey, at least some of these parents who have been dying to watch their kid play will finally get that opportunity to do so at these home games. So the visiting players, unfortunately, cannot bring their parents in the same way that if we go to a away game, we won't be able to attend. Only the designated parents who are of the home team. But tonight is the home game, and what I found out too is I got to be one of the designated people. My wife Jen is the other one. We're going to be helping out with some technical side. Normally I help with the video, but tonight I get to resume my duties as the PA announcer for tonight's match, where I'm going to be on the microphone and with my laptop playing all kinds of music, sound effects, and announcing all the players when they score and when great things happen. So it's been about a year and a half since I did it last time in Sophie's freshman year for the games, and I'm excited to be able to do that again tonight. So for everybody else who can't make the games, we will be streaming. The district is streaming these games on a sports website, and we'll make that link available on different platforms. So if you want to watch these games and hear me calling the games in the gym, you'll be able to see it tonight online streaming. So I'm very excited about that. My daughter, I know, is thrilled to be able to have some audience back in the stadium and play their first home game. And so we're very excited to have high school sports back in person, one step at a time. But it's a good sign of things to come. Yep. The only bad news, I told you about this earlier today when we were talking this morning. My younger daughter Vanessa, who's still in middle school but is playing club volleyball along with her sister at NPJ, North Pacific Junior is their new team. Unfortunately, she sprained her ankle yesterday at practice, so Vanessa's going to be out for a while nursing that ankle. In fact, she's getting some treatment on it right now as we speak, and hopefully if she can get that thing rejuvenated quick, then hopefully she'll be back on the court soon. But fortunately, they don't have any tournaments for the next couple of weeks, so she's got some time to recoup. But that's kind of the nature of sports, right? Whether you're professional football, collegiate, high school, injuries are always part of the game, so you've got to make sure you stretch, drink lots of water, prepare, use all the necessary equipment, knee pads, knee braces, ankle braces, to make sure you minimize those injuries. So we will be on that, hopefully get her back into action. But that's it. It's very exciting. I can't wait. Been preparing all day for tonight.
Well, this is a good thing that I could come in here because Rainier Avenue Radio, they in fact are supporting like high school football through the Metro League High School Football, and there will be a scheduled doubleheader actually on Friday, March 26, 5 p.m. Ingram at Lincoln. And then on Friday, March 26, 8 p.m., we have Garfield at Ballard. So I know that you won't have the time to really look into high school football, but Rainier Avenue Radio is doing such a wonderful job, and you could always listen. These are live shows, through Facebook, YouTube. So just so you know that high school football is also exciting as could be, and I'm very thankful that Rainier Avenue Radio, that world is covering the Seattle Metro League High School Football. So if you have the time, no Seahawks game yet. We just got Seahawks news and updates, but you could always watch all of these football games, and they are very exciting. And one more announcement that we have, Rainier Avenue Radio has got a lot of coverage for what they're doing for Women's History Month. That's March, and most likely in April it will be a different history month. But for now, it's a Women's History Month. You could see on your schedule the week of March 22. Afternoons with Monique, just from the cabinet, the mix, start time. Watch all the live shows on Rainier Avenue Radio App. Okay? You could listen, you could follow, and hey, you could donate too. All right? Very good. And also following our show, you have also real estate and money. And these are my good friends who are covering the what's happening in the real estate world. Tina Lombard Harris, Elsie Chardin, and Violetta Strass. And I think there's somebody else helping them out in here too. Okay, but if you're interested in real estate, and of course money, tune in right after Fil-Am Radio today. Okay. I think what we're gonna do for now while we're waiting for
And there it is. Right on cue. Perfect timing.
My goodness. That internet and the tablet is playing up. My gosh. Oh my God. I woke up at 5 o'clock. Imagine that. And get ready. Already. Oh my goodness. So I want to late.
Anyway, Miles, you came in a little late. We got about, 3 minutes to do your greetings. 3 minutes, and then we go to break. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hello to all my friends in Seattle. You know who you are. Mina Victoriano is watching. Just sent me a message. Cosme Suguitan, Santiago. Joseph Snyder and Elvis Snyder of California. And Glenn Snyder and Alex Anders. The Vacaville Police Department in California is watching too. And in Australia, Amelia Antonio of Kempsey, Queensland, Australia. Elizabeth Tayab of Newcastle, New South Wales. Diana Rose Connolly of Melbourne. Wilhelmina Briores of Adelaide. Dolores Oligores de Cruz of Forestville, New South Wales. And all my friends in Australia, you know who you are. In the Philippines, Norm Abiol, Prisco and Frances Oligores, Coranoses, Roberto Laus Caoili of General Santos City. Judith Rasco of Taguig City, Joan Alimonte of Santo Niño, Marikina Rizal, May Romulo Odecayen of Baguio City, Philippines, and the Brent International School of Baguio City. They're watching and listening to the program. Jocelyn Vela of Bagong Silangan, Elizabeth Lumboy, and Rose Matuo of Patucan City. Salamat po sa inyong panonood.
Wow, I tell you, you really... I don't know what's wrong with your internet or with your.
Oh my goodness! I tell you, oh dear.
Yeah, I know it's really bad. I would just like for my case, Norb, maybe you'd like to do some greetings. I know you have all your Seahawks fans watching your segment, and I hope they will keep watching.
Sky Aviation had been sending messages, and yet the rest Tyler or something.
So why don't you give him a shout out, Norb?
Oh yeah, well there's Andrew Andy in the show, Giants Nation, Tyler Parcher, so just a few of the guys, Eric Axe, a bunch of you guys who I'm surprised they're here because I thought they'd be in school right now, but somehow they find time to be on my show. So I just appreciate these guys jumping on and Nick LeBeau, all just jumping on to be here to support the show and support me as well. These guys are such a great followers, so I appreciate each and every one of them. So it's fantastic that you guys are all here. So I'm glad you're here at the Miles.
I know they're listening because of the fact that you're gonna be doing a lot of the sports updates, especially Seahawks, and these are all Seahawks fanatics. Okay, and all I could say is that once Norbert is gone, I hope that you just don't end up. But we speak in Taglish. It's Tagalog English. So maybe you won't be able to understand much of it. Just like Norbert, he won't be able to understand many of the things that we talk about, but he's got a good idea of what it is.
I get good parts of it, so it's enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, so that's very important. Anyway, I know that we got about 2-3 minutes left before we go to our news break. But I just want to say also that I always like to greet many of our, of course, the families, the Evans families, and of course, Norb's family. But I got relatives also, as you mentioned, Miles. We got Wilhelmina Briones in Adelaide, South Australia. I have Tito and Neneng Romulo of New York, Baby and June Vergara, Amorfe Carag, and Ray Nicolas Tacadon, who lives now in Georgia. I would also like to make the following announcement. Okay, I would like to say that, but still congratulating Maricruz Castro, who ended up as a fourth runner-up in the Miss Washington USA. The winner, of course, is Miss Christine Brody of Seattle. And she will represent Washington for the title of Miss USA 2021. And this was the coronation was done on March 21. That was Sunday at the Hilton Garden in Wisconville, Portland at Wisconville, Oregon. And I'd like to say also thank you and congratulations to Angelique Precious de la Cruz, who was a finalist in the Miss Washington Teen USA. And the winner of that is Novalie Lewis. It's Miss Washington Teen USA. And while our Filipino-American candidates did not win, I tell you, they put up a good fight, I guess. Again, Maricris Castro was the fourth runner-up, and Angelique Precious de la Cruz was the finalist. And also, I would like to say that I would like to offer our sympathies to the family of Rosita Fariñas, who died recently. And I would like to thank DG District Governor Vilma Fernandez for letting us know. And also, I would like to offer our sympathies to the 10 families who were killed at the Colorado mass shooting. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know what's happening to this world right now, but there's been a lot of killings, in Atlanta, and now the 10 families in, I would say, Colorado. We have to put a stop to this because this is not getting good.
Hey, Dad, I want to just interrupt. I think Daniel was saying that we were supposed to go to break back at 1:27, so we might be overdue for a break here.
Right. It's right now we got 2 minutes, right?
It's 1:33, so we're past the break.
What? 1:33?
Oh my God, 6 minutes past the break. So you may want to jump in and get that break in there.
I'm sorry, Daniel. I was looking at my clock and it's got stuck at 1:24. Oh my gosh! No, I'll get it.
My goodness, yeah.
Right. Break time. It's break time.
Look at this. It's.
Oh my
God! It is stuck. Oh.
Dear.
I'm sorry. Let's go to news break. Oh my God.
Radio.world is your 24th media. Tune in at Radio.world. Also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and TuneIn apps.
Your creative work might look a little different this year, but For Culture grants can still help you put your ideas in motion and share them with King County. Check this out. For Culture is now offering grants in 3 disciplines: art, heritage, and historic preservation. Apply by April 28th. For more information, go to forculture.org. What's that date again? The deadline to apply for a For Culture grant is April 28th. Are you interested in getting your project financially supported? For Culture wants to support your cultural activities and share them with King County. Do you do creative work in the arts? For Culture is now offering grants in 3 disciplines: arts, heritage, and historic preservation. Apply by April 28th. I have some ideas. For more information, go to forculture.org. Cultural funding agency for King County, For Culture wants to support your creative work. For more information, go to forculture.org.
What kind of nonsense conversation are we having here?
The Neon Ghost Show. The Neon Ghost Show. Right here on Rainier... Wait, what's it? Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Right about now.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm so tired. I have to pee.
We got the... yeah.
R&B, soul, funk, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. We give you all that and more on Star Time. Join me, Paul Pearson, for a 2-hour trip through the history of R&B. A new episode every week on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Come and get the feeling on Star Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
This week's Rainier Avenue Radio Metro League Student Athlete of the Week award goes to Braden Smith. Braden confidently led his team down the field in the final 58 seconds of the game to pull off the come-from-behind victory.
Well, Smith is crossing midfield. He's got some room across the 40, down to the 30. He's still going. He's going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line. So Braden Smith takes it for about 27 yards.
Braden Smith, Seattle Prep Junior quarterback, is this week's Rainier Avenue Radio Metro League Student Athlete of the Week.
This is Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
Balik na naman tayo sa ating programa po ang Fil-Am Radyo. Wow. I'm sorry, Daniel. As I showed you, my clock stopped, and I did not realize it. Now I've changed the batteries. It will never stop. Look what I've done. I put an automatic, I would say, automatic, so I don't have, what do you call this? So I don't have to worry about losing power because I put an automatic backup, okay? And now I've changed the battery, so I will never miss a time again.
We're back. But Bert, I just want to acknowledge Nora Salcedo is watching, and Violet Navarro. Hello, she said. Hi, Nora and Violet. Thank you for watching.
Okay. All right. Before we continue with all our things, go
Mina
ahead.
said she can't hear us. Mina sent a message. She can't hear us.
Oh.
Maybe put your volume up, Mirna. She can hear now. Okay, Mirna. Thank you, Mirna.
So Miles, with that, let's play your second song, and then let's get back to business. Okay. Go ahead.
We're gonna play "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran parody Patriots Love Ballad. Norbert. Oh.
No. How I Love You.
Okay. Sorry, Danielle. We'll play the Ed Sheeran after that. How I Love You, Egbert Humperdinck, requested by Amelia Antonio of Kempsey, New South Wales, Australia.
Okay, very good.
You hold me in your eyes, in your own special way. I wonder how you know the things I never say. I can't imagine life without you by my side. The power of your love is all I need tonight. I know there have been times that I have caused you pain. I turn them all around. If I could start again, there's something I must say. I know it's overdue. The sweetest thing I've known or ever called my own begins and ends with you. How I love you, how I love you. The softness of your lips, the color of your hair, the memory of your touch remains when you're not there. The echoes of your laughter when I'm feeling blue. The meaning of my life, it all begins with you. So come into my arms, lay down by my side. The moon is always there to keep our love alight. I've reached so very high for everything that's mine, and at the top is you. I want you for all time, a dream forever new. How I love you, how I love you. The softness of your lips, the color of your hair, the memory of your touch remains when you're not there. The echoes of your laughter when I'm feeling blue. The meaning of my life, it all begins with you. So come into my arms and lay down by my side. Moon is always there to keep our love alight. You know me like a book, you've read 1,000 times. We know each other's hearts, we read each other's minds. This feeling's always new. How I love you, how I love you.
Yan po ang How I Love You by Engelbert Humperdinck, requested by Amelia Antonio of Kempsey, New South Wales, Australia.
That was such
We're
a
back.
beautiful song. That is really, I love that. That's a beautiful song. And I know, Norb, one of your fans said, can he, request a song?
Request a song.
Yes, I think you could. You
Does
just
he
let
want to request
Miles-
a Tagalog Filipino song? That would be impressive.
Send the message to me, Mal
Yeah.
Salvador. Yeah.
You know,
There you
last
go.
time that I talk about that, we played a song for Seahawks Martin, actually, you know, and I don't know what happened there, but apparently after because of the fact that it might have been copyrighted, it was, you know,
Oh, that happens.
because it was a Michael Jackson song. Now I don't really know.
Yeah.
But something happened afterwards that you couldn't hear it. You could watch the program maybe, but you can't hear the song. So they cut it off, whatever. So
Yeah.
we don't want that to
Before,
happen either.
Yeah. Before Norbert after he finished, we can play Perfect by Ed Sheeran parody Patriots Love Ballad.
Why don't we do that?
Okay, because actually, I do have to leave in a couple minutes here, so maybe I can set up what that song is about. So I believe that was when the Patriots were going to play the Rams in the Super Bowl. And I rarely root for the Patriots, but I think because they were playing our division rival Rams, I was sort of rooting for, painfully, the Patriots to beat them. But I did sort of an Ed Sheeran love ballad parody, changing the lyrics as if I was a fan of the Patriots and what that would sound like. So, yeah, you found that off my
really
channel.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
Okay. So,
Danielle, can we
just
play
make
that?
sure. Just make sure that they know that you are not a.
I'm not a Patriots fan. Yeah, just that day.
Let's hear it.
Yay! Oh my God, Tyler said. Yeah.
Darling, they're the best in the AFC. I found a Bill and Tom Brady. I never knew what it felt to win a Super Bowl ring, 'cause I was so blind till I fell in love with the Patriots. They are the greatest team of all time. Tommy, just throw the ball, the refs will call a hold. Once again we will cross the goal line. Baby, I'm with the winning team, with lots of Lombardies. I hope it never leaves. Of course our team, they never cheat. It's so nice to be the best. So I put $500 on a bet. So Tom Brady, you better play perfect tonight.
Come on, Brady.
Fourth and goal up to one.
Come on.
Patriots with no
Come on,
timeouts.
Brady.
Brady takes a snap, throws, intercepted at the goal line. The Eagles win. Eagles win.
The Patriots. The Patriots. Them.
Oh. That's it. I forgot about that ending. almost an R-rated ending at the end there. I forgot that was not the Patriots Rams. That was when the Patriots lost to the Eagles the year before. So that was pretty funny. I forgot about that ending.
That was pretty good.
But thanks for playing my song. I appreciate it. I actually need to jump off because I'm doing an interview on another show with Paul Gallant of 710 ESPN. He has a YouTube show, and he's going to interview me on his show. So I got to switch over to their channel, which he'll air at a later point. But I want to say thank you to everybody to Kuya Bert and Ate Miles and Kuya Manny, who's not here yet. But when he does, I want to say thanks for having me on the show always. And and all the guys who jumped on to watch the show from my channel. So thank you so much, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
All right.
Go
Well, thank
Hawks.
you very much, Norb. We got a lot of things to talk about here, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Norbert.
All right, Norbert's gone, so I hope that I'm sure that the Seahawks fans of Norbert will switch on to the interview, that he's going to be with. But anyway, thank you very much for also gracing our show.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I just before I get too involved in this topic that I'd like to announce some upcoming events, which is very important. Okay. On March 25, 6 p.m., Ambassador for Peace online meeting. Okay, Ray McReady is in charge of that one. And we got the Zoom ID. It's a virtual meeting. March 27, I'd like to say shout out to our good friends from AFU, the engineers. They have the first quarterly general membership meeting. And if you're a member or if you'd like to be a member, of course, tune in on Zoom. Okay? I would think that in Zoom, you just go in for the AFEW meeting. I don't have the exact Zoom ID or password, but maybe my good friend, can be able to, Francis, maybe be able to put that link, on the show so that people could check in on March 27. Then next Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., there is INSP's Farmers to Families drive-thru event. This will be held at the Renton Community Center, 1750 15 Maple Valley Highway in Renton. And they will be needing volunteers, and I might show up too. Now, this is the same place where last Tuesday was supposed to happen, but that was a mistake. For whatever reason, it did not happen. And as I told Brandy, there were a lot of people who were disappointed because they didn't get that cancellation notice on time, and they went anyway. And boy, I tell you, that was not good. That was bad. Whatever happened there, it was bad advertisement because people went there and there was nobody there. It was canceled. Whatever the reason was, I don't know. Hopefully, it won't happen again. But next Wednesday is for sure. March 31st, that is for sure. Brandy has told me that is real. Okay? Good. And another thing too, I'm missing Manny right now because of the money with money, But when maybe I should go now to the COVID thing because there are a lot of things that we have to talk about. So before we do that, maybe you could give us an update now on your COVID-19 research, Miles. Go ahead.
Yes, Gilbert. This is the latest update of coronavirus from COVID-19 Information Center. In Queensland, Australia, the total cases is 1,422. Daily new cases 1 as of 2 days ago. The whole Australia, the total cases is 29,211. The daily new cases is 5 as of 2 days ago. The global total cases is 123,428,261. The daily new cases is 466,601 as of 2 days ago. The global confirmed cases is 123,716,810. The total deaths is 2,724,305. People fully vaccinated is 101,609,777. The weekly COVID-19 deaths rise globally for first time in about 6 weeks, World Health Organization said. Jordan reports its record daily death toll on Monday. UK surpasses 30 million vaccinations and lowest daily deaths since September on Monday. Germany extends lockdown to April 18, including stricter measures over Easter period. Yan po ang latest coronavirus update from COVID-19 Information Center.
Thank you very much. And there are a lot more things that I could add to that one because number one, one of the vaccines that we have is the AstraZeneca vaccines, and I understand that was put on hold in Italy, but even now in the United States that is under question. So we don't know if that will be a given emergency approval to be used here in the United States. But one of the things I would really like to, actually, this is more of a, I would say, issue that I would like everybody to know about. That is what you call a drug called ivermectin. Ivermectin, Ivermectin. And according to Dr. Pierre Corey, this is 100% cure for COVID-19. Dr. Pierre Corey, he's a pulmonologist at St. Luke's Aurora Medical Center. And he said this, 100% cure for COVID-19 during a Senate hearing at the White House just recently. Now, the question is, basically, he asked the Senate panel to just ask the health department, health institute, everybody involved in that, like Fauci, just to read what he said his manifest is all about. He belongs to a very elite group of many, many pulmonologists all over the world, and he could swear that it is 100% cure for COVID-19. In fact, he calls it the wonder drug. Basically, if that really is true, which he says it is, that would be the answer instead of vaccines and all those good things. Now, I tried to research ivermectin, and I'd like you guys, everybody, to look at that. Ivermectin, and I'm not going to spend the time here for my research because it does say that they just need a little more clinical studies, but they believe that there is the possibility that this is a very, very good drug. This drug is actually used only for killing parasites like lice.
Yeah.
But hey, if it works, wow, so be it.
Yeah.
Another thing too that I'd like to have my readers, my supporters, co-hosts, and everybody to think about, so that next time we have a better understanding, or a better discussion, and we could get your inputs, we could get your, what do you think? The question that I have is, should there be congressional term limits? That's my biggest peeve right now. Too many people are too long in power in Congress. So there is right now a legislation to add term limits to the U.S. Constitution. I personally support this because there are so many politicians who continue to just stay in power forever. I call them career politicians. I could name all of them from Nancy Pelosi to Waters. Oh my God. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter. But just to name a few, Bernie Sanders, 30 years. Chuck Schumer, 40 years. Mitch McConnell, 36 years. Patrick Leahy, 46 years. Dianne Feinstein, 28 years. I think this amendment, which they call for just, they will require a representative to leave after serving a maximum of 3 years, 3 terms, I should say, and a senator to leave after serving a maximum of 2 terms. I think that's what it should be. So we don't have all of these career politicians, and that will get rid of corruption, that will get rid of being too much greedy, the greed of being too powerful. I think we should do that. So what do you think? So if you have any input on that one, I would really like to hear it. You could reply. You could send me your information. Or what your issues are, and your I would say whether you agree or not. So with that, Miles, I think let's see. Now my clock is about right now. It's about 4 minutes to 12.
Are we gonna play the coronavirus song, Bert?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. And right after that, immediately we go to our news break. So let's go.
Okay. Coronavirus song, Roblox by music video. Thank you, Danielle.
It's got everyone talking. What's spreading quick and makes you sick, infecting everyone? It's worldwide and many have died, but so much fun. You start to cough, then pass it off, and no one knows what to do but wash and clean and quarantine for Wuhan flu. Corona, corona, the virus infecting us all. Corona, corona, you cough and shake, then fall. There is no cure, it's not secured, pandemic soon begins. But don't be scared, just stay prepared when panic settles in. It's growing fast, so wear a mask, buy plenty of extra food. But don't wait long, it's soon to be gone, and now you're screwed. Corona, corona, the virus infecting us all. Corona, corona, so let's all sing along. Corona, corona, infecting everyone. Corona, corona, the worst is yet to come. Everyone's got corona, you're gonna get it too. Come on and get corona, Wuhan flu.
Yan po ang corona.
This is Paul
Virus song.
Star Time. And when I'm not using my GPS to navigate the land of 1,000 dances, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Metro League High School sports are back.
Here's Jordan. Makes a stutter step inside, breaks a tackle. He's off and running. He's going to take it all the way.
Join Rainier Avenue Radio, your home team for Metro League football, basketball, baseball, girls soccer, track and field, bowling, and even more than that. We got you. Watch Metro League High School sports on Rainier Avenue Radio via Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You can listen in right at our website, RainierAvenueRadio.world, or download our app for free to listen and watch.
The put us blocked and the spits up. My number.
Metro League High School Sports 2021 on RainierAvenueRadio.world, powered by the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle, King County for Culture, and the Seattle Mariners.
What's on your heart? Are you exhausted at the lack of progress for people of color in business, politics, and life? This is Cindy Bright, the host of Heartbeat Radio. Each week, we explore this heart condition of the country that is affecting you and me. We have real conversations about what's necessary for change. It's time to change this dialogue. Will you join this Heartbeat weekly, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio?
Ang takip sa muka ay nakapagpipigil sa pagkalat ng COVID-19, kahit na may COVID o wala. Kaya pag-usapan natin ang takip sa muka o maskara. Ang tama at maayos na takip sa muka ay tinatakpan ng ilong at bibig. Nakapirmi lagi sa muka at walang mga butas o may sira. Dapat may marami kayong maskara para sa iyo at iyong pamilya, sapat para sa 1 linggo. Tandaan, gumamit ng malinis na maskara o takip sa muka araw-araw. Itapon ang mga mask na disposable matapos gamitin. Tandaan, ang takip sa muka ay kailangan ng karamihan. Wika nga, mask up to open up Washington. Para sa dagdag na impormasyon, dalawin ang coronavirus.wa.gov/mask. Ang mensaheng ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Washington State.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio. .world.
At balik po tayo sa ating show, ating programa. Fil-Am Radio. Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili.
Ito po si Mal Salvador. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panunood. Kuya Bert, I just want to say hello to Prisco Holigores all the way from Mindoro Oriental. He's watching right now. Hello,
Thank you,
Prisco. And also Ann Soriana Panganiban is watching. Hello, Ann.
Maybe Ann can
Manny.
tell us, where is Manny? We're missing Manny right now.
Yeah.
I know. Manny last time said they were busy looking for an apartment. So maybe he's found one already or still looking. Anyway, I hope that he's okay. So let's talk about birthdays. Today, March 23 first, I got Liway Vergara, who's now going to be 88. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a family member, actually. Yao Fu Chao, my good friend, Yao Fu Chao. Then we have OG Monilas. And let's see. We have March 22. That was last week. Or yesterday, I should say. We had Ray McGrady. Ray, happy birthday!
Ray.
And Rosalinda Sipwatko, another family member, basically, who is now 74. That was March 22. That was yesterday. And upcoming, like tomorrow, March 24, Yolanda Luceno Jimenez. Oh, wow, Yolanda. Tim Pabino. Congratulations. And then on March 25, Emma Gutierrez. Wow, congratulations. Happy birthday. March 26, I had this name. Chantel Diane Caoili, but I don't know her. Maybe she could, if she, I've seen her name. Yeah, maaring apo ko yan. But it's a Caoili, so it's got to be good.
Yeah.
March 27, si Ferdinand de Chavez. Oh, I know him. He's in the Philippines. Levi Romero II. Jed Castillo on March 27. March 28, this is our finalist for the Miss Washington Teen, Angelique Precious de la Cruz. Congratulations. Happy birthday. And finally, on March 29, we had Ton Remorosa, Corazon Panlasige, Hawthorne Banyas, William Rowell, and Oliver Nicolas. Happy birthday. And I don't know if you have a happy birthday song. Did you have one? Miles?
Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your
that it? So Miles, what happened to Miles? He disappeared. And I know that she was going to greet some people in Australia. You can greet some of your friends who got birthdays.
Yeah, good, Bert. First of all, I like to greet Andy, Norbert's follower. His birthday today is 22. Hi, Andrew. Happy birthday. And Faye Hinselwood of Toowoomba, March 24. Charlie Power of Ipswich, Queensland, Australia. Anak siya ni Connie. Happy 75th birthday, Veronica Sullivan of Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia, March 26. And Troy Gaske of Gundawindi, Queensland, Australia, March 27. And happy 30th birthday to Karen Rickert. Anak siya ng best friend kong si Lisa Rickert of Varsity Lakes, Queensland, Australia, March 27. And Angelique Precious de la Cruz of Lakewood, Washington, March 28. JP Perez, apo siya ni Bessie Barrero of Orlando, Florida, USA, on March 29. And Connie Thomas of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, March 31. Happy birthday po sa inyong lahat.
Okay, at si Vicky, birthday daw na kanyang ni Junior. So, brother niya si Junior. Thank you. Happy birthday. But we already played the birthday song, Miles. Nawala ka kasi. Sandali.
Okay.
Anyway.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good. Happy birthday to all of you birthday celebrants.
Yeah.
And something news from the Philippines. Okay, but this is more like related to the COVID-19 because the Philippines is happy birthday, Andrew.
From Tyler, yeah.
Anyway, the Philippines has really been affected. The biggest, I would say, rise in one day was, I would say, they broke the record because it has been keeping up. So they said, the government said no lockdown, okay, but they put more restrictions like you cannot travel in and out of that affected zone. Hindi ka na makakalabas sa Manila. You stay in Manila. No mass gathering, including religious services. So wala yung mga misa-misa, yung mga simbahan, wala. However, for marriage, they will allow it for 10 people though. So if you're going to get married during this time, you can only have 10 people, I guess. 8 guests, you know.
Yeah.
And then they have imposed a new curfew. 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Now, what does this mean? Under 17 years old, you cannot be on the streets. And also, if it's above 65 years old, I can't imagine how old, older than 65 years old would be doing, on the streets. So anyway, okay. I have a few jokes here. How about you? Do you have any? Do you have any to start
I
with?
have a joke to you, Bert. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. A man coming home from a confession. Suddenly, he lifted his wife and carried her. The wife said, "Why did the priest tell you to be romantic like this?" The husband said, "No, he told me to carry my cross."
That is good. I like that. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me tell you, I have okay, this one, if that's funny, here it is. I hope Bobby Abutin is listening and he could judge how good your joke is and my joke. So the title of this joke is The Colonoscopy in San Francisco. Okay, you know what colonoscopy is, right?
Yeah.
After this is what the guy said. After experiencing the discomfort and embarrassment of a colonoscopy in Alabama, I decided to have my next one carried out while visiting friends in San Francisco, where the beautiful nurses are allegedly much more gentle and accommodating. As I lay naked on my side on the table, the gorgeous nurse began my procedure. He said, "Don't worry. At this stage of the procedure, it's quite normal to get an erection," the nurse told me. So I replied, "I haven't got an erection," I replied. And the nurse said, "No, but I have." So don't get a colonoscopy in San Francisco. I don't know. That
Oh
was a
my
little bit
goodness.
kind of. That was a little bit green, I think. Not really. If you're practical. Boy.
Okay, let's go to words of wisdom, Gilbert.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Whenever you do not understand what's happening in your life, just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, "God, I know it's your plan. Just help me through it." Yan
That's
po.
nice.
Yeah.
I miss Manny because I wanted to hear more of his Money with Money, but he's not there. I don't know. I don't think Anne replied to our question. Huh?
Yeah, because I tried to ring Manny too earlier because I couldn't find Daniel's email. I rang him 3 times. He's not answering. Must be really, really busy. His phone is off. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he's okay. But anyway, let me give you a little more announcement. This is now from the Pacific Asian Empowerment Program. Drive-through distribution at the Filipino Community Hall in Algona, and networking with the Filipino American community of Puget Sound. It is on every Thursday. Every Thursday po, 11:30 to 12:30. So what happens in there? Our adult, senior clients, they just drive with their beautiful cars. It can be the latest models or the worst models of cars. And one client of us, he even brings his stroller cart. So that's why we give him two bags of food. Okay. So it's on every Thursday, 11:30 to 12:30 in the morning, and at right afternoon time. And the volunteers are Tom and Donna Fernandez, of course, Manny, Peter and Jay Parks, and my wife Shoni and myself. So we do this every Thursday, 11:30 to 12:30.
Good job.
And because we could not meet in person, we always we plan for every third Tuesday of the month at 6 p.m. for a PAEP virtual Zoom meeting. So the next meeting will be on April 20. It's amazing because there are a lot of things that we have missed. It's not normal anymore. All our meetings are all virtuals, And you know what? I could only hope, Miles, that our program will always be virtual like this. I hate driving to the studio.
I know. Yeah.
Besides, it's gonna be tough to do it in the studio. So I would like Rainier Avenue Radio to just continue this because you could do this radio program. I can do it without having to drive, without having to wear fancy clothes. For all you know, I could be in my pajamas right now. You won't know.
Yeah.
And it's lots more convenient. So I want to get this message to Tony Benton. I don't want to go to the studio anymore. I know that Daniel is there suffering in the studio.
I know.
But that's okay. He doesn't live that far from the studio.
Yeah.
But I live that far from Kent going to Seattle. That's a lot.
And we're not allowed to go to fly out yet, so I can go there.
That's true. So that's what's happening. Let's see. As far as the Lions are concerned, okay? When I say Lions, these are the Lions of the Lions Club International. We have Filipino American Lions Club, like the Mabuhay Lions Club, and also the
Shuttle
Between Lions Club. And this to be a member of a Lions Club, you have to be invited, So you should be invited in Australia by a Lions Club there, so you become a Lions Club member. Now here in Seattle Between Lions Club, again it's virtual. We have our first Wednesday at 6 p.m. for our meeting, and we will be electing a new set of officers. Okay, I will find out who is that's gonna be, and that will be on April 7. Okay, that will be our election day for Seattle Between Lions Club. And I also would like to make this announcement that on March 27, which is this coming Saturday already, the MD Multiple District 19B virtual convention. So there will be a convention. Okay. It's also an election time for the multiple district of 19B. Like we will be electing the new council chair, and all the officers. While the registration is suggested, I don't have the link yet, but they're suggesting, because this is a virtual convention, you could wear your Hawaiian outfits and we could have a virtual luau. Isn't that wonderful? Everything is virtual now, including the Lions International Convention. This is the international convention. And for 2021, it's going to be virtual also. We'll announce that more later on. On April 24, this is now still in the planning stage to come, it's the Worldwide Induction Day. So we would be inducting new members from all over the world. Did you know that the Lions Club International is the only Lions Club or in any club that is allowed in China? Yeah. And we have a lot of projects here in Washington, but it has been hindered by, of course, this pandemic. And we hope that this pandemic will, disappear soon. I would like to also announce that the Paulsbo Lions Club every third Wednesday, and that the next one is April 21. As a project of theirs, they have what you call a free laundry day.
Ooh.
They let homeless people or people who cannot afford, to bring in their laundry. So that's only every third Wednesday of the month. But hey, isn't that wonderful? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So Lions Club, you should be a member. For those of you who are listening, I'd like to invite you to become members also. And as I announced earlier, AFU, the Association of Filipino American Engineers of Washington, they will have their first quarter membership meeting. I'm still waiting for the President, Francis Gaspe, to kind of send us the link to the Zoom so that people could sign in. I don't know if that's something that is limited or what, but I don't have the link right now for that quarterly meeting. Okay, and I know that Francis was the guest on the Fil-Am Journal show yesterday. And as usual, it's always good to see Francis. Now,
Violetta, Alana is asking, is there going to be lechon at the virtual luwalu?
That's a good question, Violetta. But you know what? Because it's virtual, then you should be able to show your lechon. That would be good. Okay, I know it's 2:20, and we still have, I would say, at least 5 minutes yet. And let me. Well, like I said, I really miss the money for money money by money. Okay, and I hope that he is not going to miss a lot of this, our broadcast.
Yeah.
There's one thing that I'd like to make sure that everybody knows: travel tips. I've done a little research and contacted the Philippine embassy or consulate general in San Francisco. Like, if you want to have your passport renewed, boy, it's gonna take a little while because they have some legal things now going on, But if it's a need, if you really need it, you can always call them. The number is 415-433-6666, 4 sixes. Okay. Now, one of the things that many people may not know is that most of the power of attorneys, for example, documents, before you have to have the ribbon from the Philippine Consulate General so that it will be recognized in the Philippines. Nowadays, I don't know how it is in Australia, but the word is now, because they have what you call the apostille agreement. All you have to do is do your power of attorney, have it notarized, send it to the Secretary of State of your country or of your state, like Washington State, and they will come back with a report or whatever they decide, and then you could use it. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
ayan na po.
Ayan
At tahimik po ng one day at a time. Kami po ay magpapaalam na sa inyo lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. At magkita-kita po tayo ulit sa susunod na Martes. Thank you, Kuya Bert and Daniel. Thank you so much. And regards to Ate Shoni. Salamat po sa inyong panonood.
Okay. Dahil mabilis mabilis din naman si Daniel, medyo maaga pa.
It's really good. Yeah, thank you, Daniel.
One day at a time.
One day at a time, yeah.
Join me for our closing prayer. Ama namin, purihin ang iyong pangalan. Nagpupuri po kami at nagpapasalamat sa mga dakilang biyaya, buhay, lakas, at subaybay na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin mula sa oras na ito hanggang sa wakas ng aming buhay. Amen. At like I said earlier, huwag po kayong aalis dahil next on Rainier Avenue Radio is Real Estate and Money 21 with Tina Lombard-Harris, Elsie Shodin, and Violeta Strass. So thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye. Ingat po tayong lahat. Bye. Thank you.
Napakaaga ng ating closing ngayon. Okay.
Ang bilis.
Yes. In the meantime, you could read the song.
When you walked among men, well, Jesus, you know, if you're looking below, it's worse now than then. Pushing and shoving, that's crowded my mind. So for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking of you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I Show me the way one day at a time.
Rainier Avenue